Greetings, Acolytes. My name is Merlin from Merlin's Tower, and today I'm going to teach you how to make a character from my favorite game, Basic Fantasy Role-Playing Game. Before we begin, I recommend you pause the video, go to www.basicfantasy.org, this website right here, click the Download Rules tab, and pull up the Basic Essentials Guide right here. You can see it. One of the many fillable character PDF files. There's about 10 or 20. They're all different stylistically. I chose a simple one for this video. You can choose any one you like. And the quick character generator. This is the most important one. I've also pulled up a die rolling simulator for the purpose of this video, but I recommend that you use physical dice when you're playing the game. So to begin, we will name our character. I've already named my character Merlin the Wizard. We will pick a race. I've picked human. For class, I want to be a wizard, as you can tell by the name. Sex, male. Level 1. And under player, I put my name, Merlin. That way, when after the session is done and all the players hand in their character sheets, the next time they play, they know whose is whose. Right here, we have all of our attributes: strength, intelligence, wisdom, dexterity, constitution, and charisma. They all represent different traits that your character has, how strong they are, how smart they are, what kind of knowledge do they hold, are they fast, can they climb things, are they resistant to poison, to high and low temperatures, and can they talk their way out of any situation. So to determine these numbers right here that I'm circling with my mouse, you simply go to the quick character generator, you go to chart A, ability scores, you roll a d20. In my roll, I ended up with a 13. You go to each trait, you go to the number you roll, and you find the number that they tell you to input. So in this case, strength is 12, intelligence is 11, wisdom is 10, dexterity is 16, constitution 11, and charisma is 9. I've gone ahead and put all those in here. Additionally, if we go to the Basic Essentials Guide, it will tell us that depending on what our score is, it gives us bonus or penalties to our die rolls. So the lower your score, the more likely it'll penalize you for doing anything. So if you have a very low dexterity score and you're trying to walk across a tightrope into the open window of a merchant's house at night because you're trying to rob him, you have a severe penalty to that, and most likely you will fail in a spectacular way. Whereas if you have a God level dexterity score, that will be relatively easy, and you can do incredible feats. Same goes for all the other traits. A very, very strong person is more likely to lift a turned cart off of somebody who needs saving than somebody who has an ability score of 3. So having seen that chart, I've put all of the bonuses and penalties here. There's only really a bonus to dexterity. This is a very dexterous wizard. So having gotten these traits sorted out, we go back to the quick character generator, and we end up to chart B. Now, chart B goes on for pretty much the entire length of the PDF here, as you can see. So chart B is necessary for role-playing. So each of these charts has different results that you get when you roll the die of choice. So here, for the first one, you roll a d10. So for an example, I'll roll a d10 here, and I will roll a d10 here, and I got an 8. So an 8 would be the 6th child. So what does that mean for gameplay? Not much. However, that gives you a motivation when you're playing the game. So if you continue, what did your parents do? What was their craft? What did you do? Were you a government official? Were you a merchant? Were your parents part of the clergy? Part of the nobility? What part of the nobility could they be in? Then you go to significant events in your childhood, like a religious experience. You learned how to use a weapon. You ran away. Your parents were killed. Then guardians. Who took you in after that traumatic event? What relatives are important to you? And then other things. These other things could be really anything. Did you meet a special wizard who, or a monster, or fall in love with somebody? So you continue. You'll add all of these. So here, if we go down to notes, I've jotted down a few things that I ended up rolling. So Merlin the Wizard is the seventh son of minor nobility. His family could not afford to keep him, so he was sent out into the world. He was taken in by a lonely forest wizard, and he's on a mission to restore prosperity and wealth back to the family lands. I've added a little side note down here that because of his mission, tends to be a little bit greedy. So if there's an argument over divvying up the loot, he'll tend to want more loot. Now that is just a role-playing element that I've added, because that is how I want to play this character. So when talking with the other players and their characters, I want to keep in mind, what is my character feeling, or what would my character say? Not necessarily what I would say. That's the beauty of role-playing. You can embody someone. So having done all of these steps, you get down to your more charts. These are your equipment charts. So what is your starting gear? What armor do you have? What weapons do you have? How much money do you have? So if we go to the chart, we see that I have a spell book, a bundle of 10 oil flasks, a lantern, a riding horse, metal stakes, and 10 feet of rope. And for my weapons, I have a walking stick that does 1d4, so one 4-sided die worth of damage, and a stone sling that also does one 4-sided die worth of damage and has a range of 30 feet. So now you will lastly check how much gold you get. So you roll a 1d6. In my test roll, I ended up with only getting 5 gold, which fits in with my greedy wizard. He doesn't have a lot of money, so he's always looking to get some more. So now you see I have a complete chart, and I have everything that I need to start playing. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. Please like and share. Please check out Merlin's Tower at wordpress.com. And please come back. I'm hoping to have more videos out for you, and those videos should enable you to use the character that you've made after watching this video, and just start playing. Basic Fantasy Roleplay is a great game, and I'm sure you'll love it. This has been Merlin, signing off.